Embracing the transition process of the selling at the same time buying a home.
Right, we've done this as our own selves before we were real estate agents, so we completely understand how it feels on all sides of the equation. And the average homeowner, before interest rates hit the 7% again, was still moving every year between 5 to 7 years from one place to another for a variety of reasons. So basically, when you're talking about buying and selling a property at the same time, especially when you have a life event happening, there's so many life events that cause people to move. Most of it is work, family. There's a reason why someone needs to go from one place to the other, and they're leaving their home and getting a new home. And basically they're starting this transition, and that is really what we're calling this. It's examining our transitions and how we really get there.
Exactly, which we call it sequential closing the strategy, which is really synchronizing this closing dates on your home that you are selling and purchasing at the same time the new home and the new location.
Now, this is going to take a lot of planning ahead of time. It's strategic thinking, strategic timing. So let's go with you're taking the easy route of taking brand new construction home. It's going to take 7 months to build, and therefore you're going to leave your home. This is the nice, easy way because it takes 7 months. Maybe you have a much shorter time frame and you need to be somewhere in 30 days because that is when your job starts. Then this is a much more faster move in this place, and you have to go from one. It could be different states, from one state to the other. I've seen it from Hawaii to here, so to North Carolina. So it really takes a lot of how are you going to get there. You need to be negotiating, and you have to have that timing on point, because the last thing you want to do is one of the times we had to hang out at Target for 4 hours with our babies because that wasn't fun.
Exactly. And here really we wanted to focus on the value of the expert guidance, which is your role of your real estate agent professionals.
Which we will get into after we do our introduction. Let's hit it. Hi, it's Alan Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
And if this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, you call text all the time, 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Don't be shy. Also, grab our buyer's guide and seller's guide in the description below. Now let's talk about why real estate agents.
What it does.
Okay, so a real estate agent is really going to be a key partner in this. You have a life event going on. You have something that you need to get to fast, and there are so many moving parts. And most real estate transactions done by themselves are 2/3 more likely to end up in lawsuit battles. You really don't have time for all of that. You want to go from one place to the other, and you want to do it right, and you want to make sure that you have somebody on your side 100% with knowledge, negotiations for your behalf, and you really want to go from one, and you want to have somebody with skills. So making sure you have a team on your side is really going to make this whole transition easier. So want to talk to me about what an agent does and the agency representation?
Therefore, we wanted to talk about agency representation. This is really a legal representation, no? Because this real estate agent and you and your family is really that you're providing services. That comes the fiduciary duties, no?
Right,
what are those fiduciary
loyalty,
duties?
Obedience, disclosure, confidentiality, diligence, and accounting. So you have to make sure that you have somebody that you completely trust on your side 100%.
Exactly. Now, we wanted to focus here on the strategic planning for seamless transition. As my wife said, you have so much stress moving from one place to another because of job or family, and now you don't want an extra stress. That's why we need a seamless transition. What is the part of this seamless transition?
Now, I would say when you're making a plan, you have something going on, you have to focus on whatever it is that you've got going on. I would say the easier things to do is have a blueprint and maybe come up with a really quick, you can do it on your feet in 30 seconds, but really kind of do a SWAT analysis. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your opportunities? And what are your threats in the buying and selling of both homes at the same time place? So if you feel that you need help, which everybody does, that is where real estate agents professionals come in to really help.
Exactly. And also, beside of this SWOT analysis, this is fancy, the next thing is basically cognitive decision making, or CDM they call it.
Okay, so basically this is, again, making sure you're getting to where you need to go with this little hassle as problem. You don't want to make sure that you're making the best decisions, you're seeing what the problems might be, and you're coming up with outcomes. So that is really everything going on there.
Now, we wanted to talk after these two, optimizing your home value and also a smart improvement and staging that comes to the place.
Right. So basically, you want to make sure that you're not losing money at this. The last thing you want to do in the I need to go somewhere fast is lose a dime. You want to actually be making money at this as much as possible. Homes typically appreciate, you want your home to bring you the most value, especially if you sat there. So you want to look at understanding the best ways to get it. Maybe this is about staging your home. Maybe this is about talking to the real estate agents, understanding what your ROA is going to be before you get there, and making sure you have the money to get the highest returns possible.
Also, exactly. And also you wanted to have psychological staging. What is that?
This is basically understanding ways that attract the buyer's emotions. This is why we bake cookies before people show up, because they can smell it. Even if nobody understands why, you put those cheap cookies in there and baked it for 20 minutes and let the smell permeate. It's helping it's attracting the buyer's hunger, which is a base emotion, and they can also see themselves eating a cookie, so they can see themselves in your home. So that one little cookie actually does a lot in the psychological staging. Smells matter, lifestyle matters. If you're showing where you have a gym, people say, I want a gym too. Like, it makes them really feel about what they can have and what they want. So needs and wants when you're doing all this is amazing.
Exactly. At the end,
and I love cookies.
And at the end of the cookies, integrating all this advanced concept that we talk about, SWOT analysis, cognitive market analysis, that's really help you with the transition strategy, ensure that you get to what you want. And this is rare fact and formulas. And what else?
And terms. So understanding everything you need to know about this whole situation is really going to help us in this situation of you need to buy and you need to sell at the same time. And we're super excited to help you with all of this. This is what we're doing now, talking a lot about it. So stay tuned for a lot more.
Exactly. And this comes from Alan Victoria Pinder, real estate agent professionals in North Carolina, specifically Pitt County. We'll love to connect with you at 252-327-3357. And also watch these videos from our series, and we see you next time.